It is 8:32 in the middle of America. Do you know where your flagship Lumia phone is? This is the 25.4 podcast.
An unrehearsed, hastily assembled program presenting inside opinions and forecasts on major issues of the day.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back. We've got everybody in the house tonight, starting with Brandon. Say hello, Brandon.
What's up? Yeah, I don't know where the hell my flagship... I don't know where my Lumia Denim is.
Huh, that's too bad. Too bad. Robert?
Or Cyan.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm quite pleased with myself today.
Good.
For no particular reason, just because I am.
Well, you should
I think
be.
everybody should be at least one day a week. Just be pleased with yourself for no reason.
And Thursday
Well, you only have to
is-
work a half day today.
Shh. Does everybody know that?
No.
They don't. They still don't. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Tim, what's going on, dude? How are you doing?
Fine and dandy.
Well, good. Let's get into the show, and as always, we begin.
With the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people.
Tim, what's your problem today?
So I opted to go and install it. Wanted to get going with Windows 10 Technical Preview, but not gonna put it on my main computer like some brave souls. So loaded up my Dell Venue 8 Pro that has been untouched for months. Enrolled in the preview. Download that little utility to enroll. Downloads the update. Reboots, and we get a blue screen. Try installing over ISO, and we get a blue screen. Try installing this way, that way. I probably tried 5 different times over the span of 6 hours wasted on this stupid thing. I ended up having to buy a little adapter for the micro USB. Where the hell did that thing go? The little USB, micro USB to USB, so I could use a flash drive to boot off of an ISO. So basically the whole Windows fresh install experience. Well, that was all fine and dandy until the touchscreen doesn't work when it's booting off of the flash drive. So it was a pain in the ass. I ended up finding a hub, mouse, keyboard, got her going. About a day later, it was useless, and it's been useless until about 20 minutes ago. Somehow it got stuck in this, you know how your Lumia will get just stuck on a screen, stuck on a black screen, nothing will happen, and you have to soft reset it with a certain key combo? There's apparently a key combo for the Venue that I was not getting correct because I could see a little flicker on the screen. It would light up with no content. Finally, I got it shut down, and now I deal with, see if I can get it for you. I deal with bad broken images on the lock screen. It doesn't handle orientation changes. Yeah, here we go. So I just switched from landscape to portrait, and what happened to the bottom of that screen?
Nice.
God,
So-
that's ugly.
I don't know if this is... So I enabled that little preview lock screen using the Reg Edit. It's hilarious. When you flip, you can watch it kind of flicker some... It's just bad. So sometimes the touchscreen doesn't come up, and I have to add a USB keyboard to even log into this stupid thing. So I've lost motivation.
You know, that kind of sounds a lot like the way my Surface RT works now. So maybe the Surface RT actually is getting a Windows 10 experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Burn.
All right, moving. But so you got it installed, but you're just having all these issues with it then, huh?
I'm now on show notes, so we're good. The lock screen is the primary pain point.
Gotcha.
A couple of UI things that aren't made for the portrait mode, but otherwise it goes pretty well.
Is it running pretty smoothly on the Venue?
Yeah, and in fact, everything except for animations. So here, let me see if I can show you this. When you use Cortana, I'm going to guess here, when you tap on Cortana, I don't know if you could see that, the little search box shows up at the bottom of the screen, kicks to the top of the screen, and then the whole menu comes out. So some little animations like that, especially with search, are very, very slow and choppy, and whatever, that's to be expected.
I've actually noticed that exact same behavior on my desktop.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
With
about to say the
Cortana.
same thing. Yeah, the Cortana search box thing is really weird on desktop too.
Yeah. I know mine. I just assume it's because I'm using an old machine, but if you guys are all saying it too, then.
I assume it'll go away at some point.
Oh, yeah.
And funny
Yeah.
enough, I got a Windows feedback prompt now asking how long did it take you to unlock your device. Oh.
Well, let me tell you about
Too
that.
goddamn long.
So there you go.
All right. Moving on, Robert. What's in your craw tonight?
Fucking Google, man. The news that how's it pronounced? Cyanogen. Looking to steal Google's puppies and fuck his wife, or her wife. Hey, I don't know. Maybe Google's a lesbian. Yeah. Could be. Diversity and all that, equal opportunity. I'm just, I think I really do want to see Microsoft kind of. Is it just me, or is this kind of seeming a little bit like Nadella not really giving a fuck, if you know what I mean?
Amen.
You know, just kind of taking the gloves off and going, hey, if you want to be like that, Google, fine. We can play like that.
Yeah, you got this open thing, and there's these guys that know how to play with your open thing, and we're just going to buy it. And guess what? Your thing is our thing now.
No, we'll see what happens. But
are we still talking about cyanogen? An Android? Or?
I don't know what the hell Brandon went off into.
I think we're multi-purpose at this stage.
But no, my grievance will be, and always will be, Google will always have a special place at the top of that list.
I understand. I really do. And maybe we can talk about it a little more in the Shoot the Sheet or the after show, but I'm interested in your guys' take on what the whole purpose of that move is. So.
Agreed.
Something to hit on a little bit later. We'll switch things up. Brandon, I'm going to put you in the 3-hole tonight. So what do you got?
My main airing of grievance in the past week has been MSDN and the way that Microsoft treats it as a support avenue for devs. So if you're a hobbyist developer, they say you can do the chat, or you can do, go to the forums for support. Go to the forums for support. So twice now, on 2 separate topics, I've been asked by Microsoft support folks to email them to continue troubleshooting and resolve an issue that I post about in the forums, which kind of defeats the purpose of solving an issue in a public forum so that it can be genius, searched for, and people can see how to solve it on their own. So they need to figure out what the hell the point of their forums are and how they can go about troubleshooting these things in a manner that makes sense and helps people without having to repeat the same work over and over and over and over again. So I had 2 instances this week where it was, I sent you, or please send us an email at this address and we'll continue troubleshooting. And I'm like, no, that's not really how this works. I had a 3rd instance where, you guys will love this, the Microsoft support rep went to my About.me page, sent me a message through my About Me page telling me to email her to continue troubleshooting the issue. Just amazing. Amazing. So
yeah, and you're sure you're not, I don't know, maybe misinterpreting that as an overture? It does sound like somebody went an awful long way out of their way to find you.
Yeah, no kidding, right? So I was like, what is this email from about? What did we have? What's happening here? Yeah, it was pretty amazing. So yeah, that's my grievance. This whole support thing for us indie devs that are trying to grow the platform is really shitty.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense at all. So
I have had that, not only once, but I have had that same kind of response to a support issue once before where, and it really, what it felt like was, oh shit, there's nothing left on my script to ask you, so now I have to send this to somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing. That's what I've always kind of interpreted that whole process as.
I mean, I've even seen threads where they ask you to, upload a zip or something with your, your project file or something in it, and then they could pass that on to somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that just seems weird. All right, moving on. I'm going last today, not because I'm a kind, considerate lover and co-host and wanted everybody else to get their release first, but I kind of have a dual grievance / affirmation, and I'll just preface this all by saying that nothing I'm going to say is based on any kind of fact, or I don't have any kind of inside source with Microsoft, so this is all just speculation on my part. But I have a lot of Windows Phone 8 apps that I've been wanting to rewrite as universal apps, and my grievance is that I'm afraid at this point, if I put a lot of work into those, when we get the Windows 10 developer story, it's going to be completely different and much improved over what exists now. So all that work will kind of be for naught. So I've decided to not do any universal development until I assume build is when we're going to get most of that information, and probably I would think at least a preview beta version of those tools that'll be available. So now we're going to slide right into the daily affirmation section.
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
So the flip side of all that is that I do expect, come build, we'll hear a wonderfully beautiful developer story for developing universal apps with Windows 10, because I'm taking Microsoft at its word that this is where we're hitting the absolute 100% convergence of the desktop and the mobile SKUs, I guess. And my hope is that the APIs will be totally 100% go across the board, and I hope that a universal project for Windows 10 will actually be a single project and not just a 3 projects under a solution folder that makes it look like it's kind of one project.
Whew, you got some lofty goals, brother.
Well, hey,
Yeah, just shit on your parade on that one.
I expect a lot of myself and of others. So, well, I expect a lot of others anyway. So yeah, that's kind of my hope, and in the meantime, I'm just going to toil along with mostly this, and just screwing around on the internet. So
don't forget about Xbox too. Got to throw the Xbox screen on there somehow too.
Oh yeah, Xbox One as well. Sure, why not? So I can listen to all these wonderful Windows 10 presentations in person. I need you guys to pay for me to go out to build. So go to 25pt4.com and click on the GoFundMe link on the top right of the screen, and you can help send the entire show out there, and we'll do some live shows, and it'll be great. I promise.
Hopefully they appreciate your transparency.
Yeah.
Make it happen, people.
I went productless in the hair so I can put that money towards my build account. So save a little money on product and put that.
I have a cabinet full. I will be happy to mail you a care package. Just if it will help you save your pennies.
It's not going to be a tube of shower jerk with like some duct tape on it and Sharpie that says hair gel or something.
Whatever do you mean, Andrew?
I don't know.
Oh, sweet hair gel.
So,
Something about Mary style.
let's move on. Brandon, what's
So I didn't really have a daily affirmation until, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was yesterday, last night even. I got an email. Some of you may remember that after Build 2014, they started talking about this Windows on Devices program that they were going to launch. And they gave you this URL, and you could go there and you could sign up to be a developer and get a developer kit for Windows on Devices. And it was basically their IoT program. It was what they demoed the piano on stage with, all that stuff. And so I went there, I signed up, and I didn't hear jack for weeks, for months, for almost a year, until last night when I got an email saying my developer kit for Windows on Devices had shipped. And I just about shat myself. Yes, amen. I could not believe it. I was like, holy shit, it's actually real. This is happening. So I'm going to be getting what, if I remember correctly, was a Galileo Gen 2 board in the mail. It's on its way to me now. And we'll see what kind of mischief I can cause with that, because apparently I'm pretty good at causing mischief.
The nerd alert.
I was kind of hoping for the technology and stuff one.
Nah, I think you get the nerd alert. I think you're definitely the resident nerd here.
Try hard.
Tim, what's happy and sunshiny in your world?
Nothing. No, I'm gonna. I actually
All right,
Gabe.
then.
continue on along the path of yours, Andrew. Not just the developer story, but just Windows in general. The Insider app for phones was just updated today, giving you Microsoft account login. So it's one step away from having a release available for us to have in hand. So just excited and I guess hopeful of what things will be in 6 to 9 months.
Hey, Tim, I think you're getting the radio bleep through again.
What?
Did you guys all hear
We're
that?
actually hearing your radio. Yeah, for sure. I heard radio.
But it was clear as a bell.
It was almost
clear
clearer
as
than you were.
What the
I
hell?
actually don't have it. That's
Shut up. Who was playing a YouTube video at the same time? I swear, that was clear as day.
what do you hear? It's talk radio.
Yeah, it was
That's what
definitely
it sounded
talk radio.
like.
Talk radio. I think
That's
it was
exactly
sports
what it
talk.
sounded like. That's awesome.
Anyway,
Thanks. So that So there you go. Hopeful. Very
All
excited.
right. Good deal.
Sorry,
What's-
we have way too much ADD in this room to know anything about what Tim said. I'm
So,
just going to be honest.
For all of our new listeners that have for some reason not listened back to all the original shows, a couple shows ago, having my headphones on, we've got antennas for a radio station, probably half mile back out behind our house, and it's got to be coming through that. So
I think they're actually doing a remote from your backyard.
I was picking up somehow
With
my
a metal
headphones were
detector.
picking up as an antenna. Yeah, so
That guy with the metal detector was installing an antenna booster in your backyard.
that's not funny at all. That guy pissed me off. That guy actually- All right, moving on.
All right, Robert, save us.
well, I do want to thank Marcus Ash for responding to my Twitter suggestion that they get Cortana to sing Soft Kitty. He said we'll look into it. It wasn't a commitment, but hey, it was a response. So maybe we'll something will come of that. And somebody had subsequently said that they should actually get Cortana to respond with, "Would you like me to sing Soft Kitty?" If you were to say to her, "Cortana, I don't feel well." So yeah, let's
Genius
make that happen.
idea.
Do
What
we
does
have
Cortana say now if you tell her you don't feel well?
I don't think she says anything.
Let's try it and see.
Let's find
It's
out.
totally right
This
up her
kind of, this
alley.
is the
too.
kind of thing that
Right.
entertains my kids for hours on end.
Live
Oh,
on the
my
show
kids are
is
stuck on the knock knock joke and all that stuff. Yeah.
Cortana, I don't feel well. And the very first result that comes up in Bing search is "I don't have Cortana," a Microsoft community posting.
Huh.
So that sad trombone or sad whatever the horn section was for all those poor non-Cortana regions that don't have Cortana either.
I do think it's a great idea. I think it's
It is a
think
good
it's-
idea.
Can you sing us a verse, Robert?
I'm not going to sing you a verse. Yeah, Sheldon Cooper sings. He does it much better than I. Anyway, on to the second thing I wanted to say, and that was to thank Tim. I had originally had a brain fart, thought it was you, Andrew. No, it was not Andrew. It turns out Andrew is not a good a person as Tim is. Tim posted a link in our Slack room from Mark Manson about the subtle art of not giving a fuck. And I've kind of tried to employ that strategy this week in earnest in a few areas. One of those areas was the B of A pulling its app thing, and that actually worked quite well. Not
Is
getting
that before or after the 27 retweets
which 27 retweets.
of your Bank of America tweet?
Oh yeah, well yeah. That was oh, you've done it now, Windows Bank of America, with that image of the Simpsons with the pitchforks. Yeah, it's just I don't know. After I read that, and you really should read that if you haven't read it. I actually went back and reread it again tonight. It is actually I feel like I'm getting to the age where I need to take that step up in maturity and not give out my fucks so easily, and really concentrate on the big stuff, not the small shit. And B of A pulling their app in the short term is small shit, and all this stuff that goes on in the Windows Phone community or any online community for that matter is small shit.
Yeah, because 3%.
Yeah, well, that
is literally a small.
It is. Yeah. So there you go. So.
Yeah, that was a good article, and we'll have the link in the show notes tomorrow. So.
I've still not been able to read that end to end. By the time I get to the end, it's.
It says it's a 12-minute read right there on the page. You don't have 12 minutes? What's wrong with you?
I was born, a lot later than you guys. My generation doesn't have an attention span. I'm already getting bored with this, so.
This show?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
I think, speaking of fucks, I think that was a big fuck you to all of us from Timmy.
Here's what you do, Tim. You pull it up, you take the Dell Venue Pro, and you in with you in the morning when you do your morning deal. And that should be 12 minutes right there. No excuses.
12 minutes? What kind of...
You take your time. It's the morning.
For God's sake, you're a captive audience to yourself.
Yeah, there's nothing else you can do in there.
Fuck. Come on.
I'll load it up now if this thing doesn't crap out before that. There it is. There's the link in the show notes.
Tim's gonna lose that attention right on the lock screen.
We're gonna lose him for the rest of the show. He's gonna start reading.
Probably.
Yeah, I will. All right, go ahead. I can't click on that. I can't click on this piece of shit.
Well, we're in the shoot the sheet segment now anyway, so really anything goes. We've got about 3.5 minutes left of the show, so that's really right on schedule for us. Cause
it is.
Did we cut the plug section or what happened?
Only by the fact that we take so much time on the rest of the show that it's kind of. If you have something to plug, and I see you actually do, Brandon, you can go ahead. Nobody else put anything in there, so you go ahead and plug stuff.
I wanted to give a shout out to Sarah from App Cauldron /TrackRunner.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Yeah, hey, Sarah. We know you're watching either now or later. She actually called out the 25.4 podcast Twitter account in response to some dude from Sci-Fi Network doing a call for groups of geeks and nerds that would I presume, to be on some sort of a show on Sci-Fi. I thought that was pretty cool that she thought of us assholes as candidates for something of that caliber. So it'll be pretty cool if anybody decides that we're worthy. So
really, what Sci-Fi should do is just simulcast this show on Sci-Fi.
Exactly. Why don't we just do what we're doing, but do it on cable TV? Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
The only problem is I don't think we wouldn't be able to do it at 8:30. We'd have to do it at 2 a.m. because that's when they can TVMA stuff.
They're pretty TVMA on a Sunday morning at 10 o'clock.
Oh, I wouldn't. I don't know. The only last time I watched Sci-Fi was for Robot Wars or whatever.
Stop it! You're not helping our case.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't say stuff like that.
I love Sci-Fi.
I've never watched Sci-Fi before. I don't know. I'm not even sure.
Not at 10 a.m. on a Sunday.
Sci-Fi.
I've watched.
Not at 10 a.m. on a Sunday.
No.
I've watched Sci-Fi long enough to remember when it was good.
Okay, who's gonna help our
case? That's why they want us.
Who's got the bigger shovel? Is it Brandon or Robert? I don't know.
Let me just say, at 10 a.m.
That
on
was
Sunday,
a hypothetical example.
Oh, I see.
I'm in church at 10 a.m. on a Sunday. I'm not watching Sci-Fi.
Yeah, I don't believe that either.
Oh, come on now. Throw me a bone.
If you're in church, you're sweating it like a whore in one. That's for damn sure.
I never said how I take it. I'm just saying I'm in church.
Wow.
Okay,
You guys
now.
are terrible. You guys are terrible. You're horrible human beings. I hate you all.
That was a factual statement. You really never have disclosed exactly how you take it, Brandon.
All right, I'm gonna butt in here. This is a 25.4 After Dark material, and we've got about 30 seconds left. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got to save this for the
I'm gonna
cigar
wind
time.
things down a little bit. Bring it down. Let everybody take a deep breath.
Do we have time for Rudy today? Really want to talk to Rudy.
Oh, you know what? Our poor time management is bitten us in the butt again. And I'm afraid we're not going to be able to get Rockstar Windows Phone developer Rudy Wynn on the show today. Rudy, I apologize to you personally.
Even after that badass Dropbox client, man, we are horrible people.
He's probably working on an update right now, so he probably wouldn't have time for us anyway.
Yeah.
So, as always, follow us. Look at that, the timer, and I'm wrapping it up right now.
Yeah, baby.
Follow us on Twitter at 25.4 Podcast. The website is 25pt4.com.
Who's the old guy?
I think Robert still got me by a year or two.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Still, yeah, I hope still.
The podcast is in iTunes, on the Windows Phone Podcast app, and it's probably in Android somewhere too. I don't know where that would be or where you'd find it.
But we don't give a fuck.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it'll be in the Cyanogen mod, that's for damn sure.
If you're watching live, Mr. One viewer out there, stick around for the after show, 25.4 After Dark. If you're listening to the podcast, come to the website, check out the video for the full show, see what you missed. We'll be back next week. Seacrest out.
Stay frosty.
Bah.
I love the awkward pause right after that.
That's so I can see where to cut the audio, you dumbass. Man,
So
you don't know
next
any
time I'm
inside
just gonna
baseball,
keep
do you?
No, I'm just gonna keep talking next time or play sound effects just to make your job difficult.
He could barely get all those cats out of the shower before.
What'd you say, Brandon?
the show.
Yeah, nice.
What'd you say?
You're a jackass.
What'd you say? Brandon, are you there? I can't see you. I don't know what's worse. What's worse, the video
Language.
or the profile is so close? I think that's
Language. I'm
better.
pretty sure you're the one who said "fuck" the most in the actual episode. There, cheeky chorus.
You fuck the most. What?
Yeah, but I have the word cheeky in my handle.
In your hands.
Handle.
That's what I heard too.
So
Yeah, and I'm sorry. How do you take it again, Brandon?
Speaking of in your hands, where's Esteban?
I gave Esteban the night off.
I think Shower Jerk is going to be a pretty appropriate sponsor for the show.
I think it is. We really do need to get them to sponsor this show.
We just gotta send them probably just this episode, yeah. See what
Sure,
they think.
why not? We
Why,
could do that.
we've mentioned him at least twice, or I've mentioned him at least twice.
All you gotta do is, you are gonna be at one of the premier nerd events on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
That is the perfect place to
True
wear
statement.
a Shower
yeah.
Jerk t-shirt and hand out
statement,
free
man.
samples.
True statement.
I'm
might not-
dead serious. You send them an email tomorrow, Andrew, and you tell them I want to be a sponsor of yours for one day, and all you got to do is pay for my build ticket.
Know your customer,
Like,
right?
You're
Exactly.
not going to be allowed in the Moscone, but you might get to be able to stand outside.
I think you're onto something.
If you put it on the back of the shirt, though, so when you walk up
There you
and a
go.
guard is looking at you.
They're probably
oh,
based out of San Francisco or something. They're probably out there already.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They'll have us into the offices. We can do a live show from there.
You should. I'm serious. You should do it.
I think that'd
They're
be
probably
awesome.
like, dude, we got Twitter, Groupon, Slack, and what else? Right down the road. We're sold out all the time.
What's scary is when you search in Bing for Shower Jerk, 2 episodes of the shower scene from Home Alone 2 come up.
Oh no,
What?
Yeah.
that's all kinds of wrong.
They have a mail to link on their website for Contact Us.
There you go.
What the hell?
So I actually had the Q&A app turned on during the show. I didn't get a chance to mention it during the audio portion, but our good
Fail.
friend Kevin Harvell from STL Tech Talk asks if anyone wants to buy a barely used Dell Venue Pro 8 64 gig model.
Would you like my rating endorsement?
I'll buy it from you, Kevin, for 3 cents plus shipping.
Oh, I'll give you $5 for it, Kevin.
Oh, see, look at Mr. Richie Rich over there. He's
Yeah.
selling one of his golf clubs to this thing.
Do you know what this is? Look, if very closely next to the clock, it looks like a little, the little knight from a.
Yeah, say it looks like a knight. Is that? Here comes
Is
the
it
radio.
Zelda?
Yeah, I can hear the radio again.
I think it's coming from the venue.
So, I bet when I put my hand, I'm somehow acting as an antenna.
You are.
Yeah,
We can hear it now without the hand up there, though.
my hand is on the camera.
It's still up there.
Well,
just not
I'm
in
not
front
a
of the camera.
dumbass.
So how about now?
Yeah, we can still hear it. Over Cheeky
Yeah, I
Taurus's loud-ass
Yeah, I just heard
keyboard.
Robert typing.
Fuck.
If you
Love
want,
this fucking keyboard.
if you want to
That's
delve,
not how you mine Bitcoin, Robert.
this is what you get out of a Dell Venue Pro with Windows 10. So just wait, there's shower jerk on scene, on screen.
Yeah, in the reflection.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. See, this is ridiculous. Oh, it went back. I just want it to work. Before the show.
Beta OS, man. Beta OS. You got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that, but I just can't even log in.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got to shut off that beta lock screen. That thing hosed the shit out of my Yoga too.
Oh,
Turn
and
that red key off.
This was my first thing. First thing when I saw when I logged in, what do you have there? There's little pin
Holy
icons in the
crap.
favorites. There are pin icons next to every folder. Pin.
Dude, I don't see that at all.
Pin. That's
After you first logged in?
Yeah, that's the frequent folders link on on Quick Access.
The only thing that was pinned in quick access for me after this upgrade, this latest build, was desktop.
Yeah, I don't have all those pin things. Holy crap, dude.
I did the 32-bit because that's what this had on it before. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Oh, and they don't let you change the location of your OneDrive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Robert uninstalled his.
Yeah. I found that out and immediately reverted back. Nope. I'm not going to use up my hard drive. I'm going to use
Yeah, I
my
can't
SD
have
card.
any OneDrive stuff here on this thing because it doesn't have that much storage.
Yeah, I was kind of unsure when I first heard about how they were changing OneDrive from the Windows 8 model or whatever. But now that I've started actually messing with it and setting up files for online only or online or offline, I see where that makes a lot of sense in actually saving disk space and stuff. Because I only have like a 256 gig SSD on my laptop, so I'm always battling to free up space.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's been kind of fun. So we want to talk some more about the the Windows 10 developer thing, or the Google, or
Yeah, I think the Google thing.
CyanogenMod.
Oh yeah, the Cyanogen. What's the point here? What's the end game?
The
What's the
point
what?
is, I mean, you saw the quote floating around, the CEO basically saying that they plan on taking Android away from Google. And what they mean by that is right now, Google has strong-armed just about every single OEM that is running Android into loading up Google services as a prerequisite for any kind of access to YouTube, the Google Play Store, whatever. Everything's got to be Google 100% on those devices now. And by Microsoft, if this turns out to be true, and Microsoft is putting a play here, and further, the second article that came out today from Bloomberg that kind of confirmed the first one from the Wall Street Journal, but added the additional flavor of saying that the play here was to come to some kind of agreement that makes Cyanogen friendly to Microsoft services, was the exact quote. And that's OneDrive running on this, maybe coming stock, Office possibly coming and coming stock, Possibly Microsoft helping them they don't have an app store right now, helping them set up an app store, or possibly figuring out a way to expand the Windows store to include Android apps. Weird how, yeah, I know. See, that's another kind of angle here and possibility, but there's a lot of different things that could actually happen from this. But the long-term play is to undermine Google. To wrestle control and make them irrelevant in the Android space.
I don't disagree with that. I think that the point of weaving all of Microsoft's services, since they're a devices and services company now, they've got their Lumia devices. Now let's get our services more prevalent in the marketplace. That's why they're doing Office on iPad, Office on Android, all of these things. But my worry then is if you've got an Android phone that can hit an Android app store and run all of Microsoft services on the back end, why the fuck would you buy a Windows phone and download my app and use my stuff and give me money as a Windows phone developer, as a Windows 10 Universal developer? Why would you ever do that?
Who are you asking? A consumer?
Right in the face. Yeah. This shoots every developer who's devoting time to Windows 10 Universal apps. It shoots them right in the face.
Well, it does if you're not in a one Windows world and you're not writing a universal app that can run. I get the inherent fear of developers when confronted with the idea of Android being embraced by Microsoft in some way, shape, or fashion. I don't think it means the death of the Windows developer. But like I said today on Twitter, Windows Phone is dead. For all intents and purposes, Windows Phone is dead. You're now going to be writing apps for Windows, and that's going to be across a lot of different form factors. And I don't necessarily expect Microsoft to bring Android to Xbox or even bring Android apps to the desktop. But Microsoft needs to be relevant from an ecosystem standpoint, and these are just realities. They're going to make a play like this, and they're not just doing it to embrace Android. They're doing it to beat Google, and I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm okay with that, even if it does even if Windows development takes a hit temporarily. I still don't think over the long term, I don't think you're talking about the death of Windows apps or Windows developers. I think that's still
I'm not talking about the death of Windows apps or Windows developers, because you're still going to have the app on Xbox and you're still going to have the app on the desktop and the tablet. What you're not going to have is Windows Phone. You just won't, because why would I buy a Windows Phone that has all of Microsoft stuff tied into it when I can buy an Android phone with all of Microsoft stuff tied into it and 5 million apps instead of 300,000 or 500,000 or whatever we're at, whatever piddly number we're at right now?
I think
that's where I'm at.
I think Stephen Elop's answer to that question would be price. That's why you're going to go do it. Look at what is succeeding on the Windows Phone platform. It's the low-end, cheap devices, and if Microsoft can out-OEM the other Android makers out there and get that price point down even lower, I don't think most people are going to give a shit one way or another. With Android or Windows, they're going to go for price, and that's what's happening in emerging markets. That's where all the growth is right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like if Microsoft comes out with an Android phone that and has all the Microsoft services in it, I wouldn't buy a Windows Phone.
If they put out a Lumia device that ran Android and but was backed by Microsoft services, I don't know that I would necessarily be 100% opposed to that. Personally, I mean, my issue with Android is not Android. My issue with Android is Google.
I understand, but as a developer, that hits you in the pocketbook. Why don't you care?
Well, I guess I'm not wearing the developer hat when I say that.
Put on the goddamn developer hat.
Well,
fucking A, man. That's the point I'm arguing here.
Connect at the moment.
Yeah, no shit. I can't connect with Robert at the moment. He's not. Come on, dude. Let's go. See how I just rolled with that?
Yeah, but you still, we can't proceed any further until you let me know how you take it.
Okay, we're not recapping episode 6 here, so I'm not going there.
Wow.
This is after dark, right?
And Andrew, that's all I'm gonna say. Andrew got flop sweat over there. I could see him going, "Oh shit, I'm gonna have to shut this thing off right now."
Oh, you just go wherever you want with that. I just don't want to hear you start talking about work, because that means tomorrow we're getting the scissors out.
Yeah.
That must say what I want. So I'm already going to see that. Here you go. I'll have it done soon.
So what else is going on?
Yeah, why are Robert and I the chatty bastards? What the hell are the other two got going on here?
Well, I don't have much of a thought on that yet, because I don't really know what's the deal, and I don't know enough about Cyanogen to know what they do, or.
Weren't you gonna talk about Win 10?
Well, if we want to, we can.
Talking about whatever the fuck we want.
I know.
Go for it.
Well, I said some stuff about it during the show.
I will say this, aside from a little bit of the quirkiness with Cortana, and not having a vast vocabulary right this particular moment, what in the fuck is that sound?
Jesus.
Good
Yeah,
Lord.
technology and stuff.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, it's just you.
You know what it is?
Was it Jenny today that said on Twitter she was surprised at the number of things that just work with Windows 10? I actually kind of am too.
Who said that?
Yeah, Jenny. I can't remember her last name.
Jenny.
Jenny
There's
Coffee?
only like one or two.
Yeah.
She's only one or two
Jenny
Jennys on Twitter, right?
Ginny.
Oh, Ginny. Okay.
Jenny
J-I-N.
Coffee?
Yeah.
I don't know how the GH goes in that name.
That's not how you say it, and I can't remember how you say it.
Is it pronounced Yin? Coin.
So I see in the show notes that you've is that a typo around the what language is that to help us pronounce his last name?
I think Brandon did that.
I did that, and it's pronounced Hagen.
Hagen.
Like Haagen-Dazs.
Like Hagen-Dazs.
Is that? Are you tapping on your microphone, Andrew?
Oh, I was tapping on my.
It's no louder than you
Yes,
tapping on your
that.
goddamn keyboard.
That was much louder than the keyboard.
No, it's not.
Sorry.
No, it's not.
I have too many nervous little ticks and stuff, and just have to move and
Yeah.
have to tap stuff.
So when are we gonna get the next Windows 10 build? When do you
Hey,
think?
check it out. This is how awesome my wife is. See this?
Oh, whoa,
See what she just sent me?
No.
What? What? Personal? She's what?
Stick it back
See,
up
my
there.
wife just sent me this. Tim was all scared when I said this is how awesome my wife is.
We don't. Assume it's a job.
She wants you to move to Bellevue?
Something, I guess. I don't know. There's a principal software engineer open at Microsoft. I don't think I could hack that. I can fake it, but that's a lot of faking right there.
Well, just
Zip
fake it
it,
till you make
zip
it.
it.
You just fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. If I can get that job, man. Probably shouldn't be saying this if I plan on applying, huh?
Well, they're not watching, so it's perfect.
Yeah, no fear of
It's true.
anybody seeing that.
They'll find it after they hire me. Oh, shit.
Well, statute of limitations on edits is like 12 hours. 14 tiles.
I'm good.
After that,
I'm
you're
good.
fucked.
Not gonna be editing this one at all. So, anyway, what else? What else did we chat about today in the room? Anything interesting?
Chat about
I
today.
don't know. Was I in there at all?
Mostly that sci-fi stuff, man. That sci-fi stuff has got me amped.
Yeah,
I'm kind of excited to see how that ends up.
I'm excited
I
to
don't
see Tweetium has a new update, and Brandon posted a screenshot of the.
Not me.
Not you, Brandon
Not
Live. Brandon Paddock posted a screenshot of the changelog on his phone, and the changelog goes longer than the screen of his phone. And my favorite part about this, and I hope it's true. I gave him feedback like, is this gray background actually gray to you? Turns out Brandon's colorblind, and that medium is so extremely ugly in some places. So, because I don't always want white, I don't want black, but the gray would be nice, but it was some ugly green accent or something. So we're gonna find out.
You probably thought it was full on green.
It was, yeah, but it was a gray, supposedly. So here we go, live
That's funny.
on the show. Gray.
Oh, what are you?
Oh.
Let's get a designer out there to help
That is
Brandon
gray.
out.
Gray on gray.
Highlight Tim's screen, Andrew.
Yes, sir.
This is
All
gray.
right.
So this is nothing special. This is just the color it was advertised to be. I'm excited. That's exactly what I wanted. So yay.
Yay!
That's too funny that he did such a good job on the design and everything without anybody that actually knew what color was. Pretty awesome. Well done, Brandon Paddock. I remember meeting you at Build 2014. You were pretty
He had all
cool.
those hideous, stupid gradients and angled colors and oh God! I'm like, wow, this app works so well and it's so.
Somebody should tweet Brandon to get into the show right now.
Yeah, Brandon, hey. Tim's got some feedback for you.
Episode 7, the one where Tim rips into Brandon Paddock.
I just gave him props. I'm happy.
Damn, he be all colorblind and shit, don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck he's doing.
The one where Tim insults somebody's disability.
Fuck off.
It's
We
gonna be
don't
it,
give
man.
a
Tomorrow, Tim's gonna be tweeting out faux apologies
Yeah, don't come
I'm
on the
so
show if you have
sorry
a
to-
stutter. It will not be a pleasant
to
experience.
anybody that's colorblind that I may have offended last
Okay.
night.
All right, here you go. So this is great. So this is a little look into what the future of Windows is, right? So I just changed the setting on the phone, okay, to a gray, and I showed you this is a nice looking gray. Well, the Windows version of the app has not updated. Can you
Oh my god, it's
see
sideways.
that color? Can you see this color? The background?
The green.
Yep, that is gray. So the Windows app.
That's
still
what
has
Brandon Paddock thinks is gray.
yes.
If you're colorblind, don't you see everything in grays?
No, just holy Hannah, who's in that microwave?
I've got a friend that can only see reds and blues, and that's basically it. So you don't see only grays.
We muted Microwave Man.
How do I unmute him now?
He can't. He has to unmute himself.
I did
there
it.
it is.
I started talking and it told me I needed to unmute myself. I just need to keep my hands away from the laptop, apparently.
What are you, radioactive?
Technology and stuff.
Yeah, no shit. Jesus, man.
Now, to the whole colorblind thing, my dad is green-brown colorblind. So he sees green and brown as gray and the same color, but he sees blue and red and everything else normal. It's just a couple of different things in the spectrum sometimes, and it can be severe or mild.
That's crazy talk.
Yeah, we used to make fun of him because he'd always get gray. He'd get green wrong and brown wrong. And we never actually realized till later it was because he just saw them all as the same color.
You guys were just harassing me about making fun of somebody colorblind, and Robert makes fun of his dad.
Well, I was 10.
That's his dad, though.
Yeah, that's my dad, and I was 10. How old are you?
You should
Yeah,
respect him. He's your
At
father.
this point,
He puts food on your
I'm
table.
kind of scared to have anybody on the show that might have a small stutter. I don't know what Tim will do.
I don't think anybody wants to come on the show.
Aw, come on. We've got a line around the block, man.
I've been talking to Sarah, trying to get her to come on. I think she's...
Why won't she come on?
well, she listened to the show.
No, well, that does explain it, doesn't it?
She said
She
she'll
knows
keep on
we exist.
listening.
That's the
but
first step.
I don't know. I don't know if she wants to bring herself down to this level. I think
Yeah,
she's a respected lawyer and a developer, and
Yeah, I was gonna say, why would she want to sully herself by rolling around
Yeah.
the dirt with us?
yeah,
Yeah, she's like, I can't even be seen with you guys.
you lie down with pigs and something. I don't know how that goes.
Something.
How you lie with dogs and you get fleas. That's what it is.
What? I've never heard that in my life.
I
You've
think if you
never
lie
heard
with,
that?
I think if you lie with pigs, you get bacon.
Well, that's awesome then.
You
Yeah.
get mudded.
Muddy.
You get all muddy and
Okay, now we're taking a
Sexy,
real after dark
muddy
turn
and
here.
sexy. You start mud wrestling and. Whew.
And you start asking the pig how he takes it.
Come on.
Is that thick cut bacon or?
Applewood smoked.
You got any extra pig skin on that bacon?
Some maple bacon we got going on, maple syrup up in this.
You get in there rolling around with the pig, and then you say,
That's terribly sexy.
"Oh yeah."
Okay.
Hey, Chris Hansen will come on the show with us.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, that was good. That was well done, guys. Good segment.
Aaron Andrews is on the show with us. So why couldn't we get a guest?
Yeah, right. We just need somebody that really, doesn't care about their reputation.
Right.
Like us?
Like us.
Well, we
We
didn't.
may be in the distinct.
I didn't have a
minority on that one.
reputation to begin with. So
Right.
You don't have one to bust.
anything I get in here is a plus.
You're just kind of sitting down in the valley. It really can't get any lower, right?
Just any press is
Exactly.
good press, right?
What was that, Timmy?
Any press is good press.
There you go.
That's
Yep.
what they say.
That's what they
I
say.
mean, look, what kind of press is Bruce Jenner getting right now? Can we please talk about Bruce Jenner? What the
I don't know
fuck is
anything-
going on with Bruce fucking Jenner?
You tell me what's going on with Bruce Jenner. I don't know what's going on with Bruce Jenner. What's going on?
What's the appeal there? Because I feel like you might be able to relate.
No, I don't, and that's exactly why I'm asking what the fuck is going on with Bruce Jenner. See, but people make that common mistake, and I don't really see the connection, personally. But
No, there's no connection.
I'm gonna see if I can find a good picture of him and share that out to everybody.
I mean,
Oh,
is
so-
he,
This is Robert. This is Robert talking with his skirt on, sitting in his desk.
So a couple years ago,
I don't know if that
started-
was necessary.
So, completely irrelevant. A couple years ago, I started an internship and went to the the whole weekly team call, and Jess had to work from home because she was in a car accident and her car was totaled. So, okay, whatever. Fast forward about a week later, Jess is finally back in the office, and Jess is sitting in a different aisle from me. It's 5 p.m. I'm just about to pack up, and I hear, "I haven't met the new Tim." What is Jess, as in Jessica? Jessica is a 6'4" man wearing a dress and a stuffed chest and the most awkward conversation I've ever had in my life. Jess decided to become Jessica.
Maybe
for
that's
gay or permanently?
Oh, that was
Wow.
permanently.
maybe that's what
Wow.
Bruce Jenner's doing.
It was
Well, that-
pre-surgery.
He's got the hair for it.
I think that's the thinking, right? That's the last thing. Hey, next, Bruce Jenner to fess up about transitioning changes on E. Is what I'm
That's,
seeing on Examiner.com right now.
America, this is what too much exposure to the Kardashians will do to you.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you think the only way to make money is with tits and ass.
My favorite part, Andrew, on that article you're showing is where they actually use Kim for a quote, like a legitimate news source for an article.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't they? Well, this site is the highly respected JustJared.com.
You know what? You know what? That whole fucking family, it's all fucking OJ's fault.
What?
It's all OJ's fault. Every last bit of it. The whole Kardashian. Do you know who her first husband was, right? The mother, Kris. You know who her first husband was? Robert
Oh yeah,
Kardashian.
it was OJ's
Right.
lawyer. It was
Right, OJ's
lawyer.
lawyer. If it hadn't been, if he had, maybe if he was still alive, this also wouldn't be going on. But ultimately, I blame OJ. OJ is responsible for the murder of 2 people and the Kardashians.
I think that's
OJ
fair.
killed Robert Kardashian?
No,
Probably in a roundabout way.
He-
Just
he
the
died-
stress from the trial.
he died of a heart attack. So, yeah, who knows?
What the hell is Nate doing? I think
Isn't
Nate is on crack.
What is somebody on Skype? I heard Skype go off.
Yeah, that's
Nate.
What's he
Nate,
doing?
Nate, go home, Nate. You're drunk.
So, you guys know Brody Jenner? He's from The Hills and all that MTV shows. Isn't
Yeah.
Yep.
that Bruce's kid?
Yes.
Yep.
So he's half brother to Kim and all of them?
Yes.
Correct.
I can't believe we're doing this right now.
This is our ticket. Relevance.
What's happening?
I can't believe we're talking about this
I said
right
this
now.
is our ticket to relevance, talking about the Kardashians.
Well, yeah. If we talk about Kardashians, we will get signed to somewhere,
We
right?
just start doing like Bachelor and Kardashian recaps.
Bachelor. That's awesome.
What the
Yeah.
fuck, Nate?
Nate just wanted to get on the show.
I think Nate's
Hey,
drunk.
if I say something crazy, they'll talk about me. I'm gonna say something crazy.
All right, I'm closing Skype.
This is why I don't use Skype.
Good gravy.
Oh man. Also
No, I
because you can't handle it on the iPhone, apparently.
No, I don't know if I even have the app on the iPhone because I don't use it. I don't use Skype.
I want to use Skype. I want Skype to be the all-in-one messaging client that I want to love. It's just
Want it to not
not.
suck.
Yeah, and I
Dude.
just don't have a lot of
Yeah.
hope.
Only if they fix the notification issue with Skype. Holy
It's
Hannah,
going to
is
be
that a mess.
deeply embedded in all of the messaging and calling in Windows 10.
Great. So when somebody Skypes me and I'm looking at my computer and I'm actively chatting with them and they send me a message, my band and my phone and my other 5 PCs are all going to light up, even though I'm engaged in a conversation with them on PC 1. That's
Yes.
ridiculous.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
That's insanity. And I will punch a baby.
What?
Punch a baby. Good lord,
Well,
man.
Brandon just took the title from Tim for most offensive statement of the night.
There you go.
Tim, you're off the hook.
And up until that point, the worst we'd said something about stealing a puppy and fucking Google's wife.
Oh my God. We're all
As long
going
as
to get
we're not
fired.
staking
So-
puppies, then we're okay.
Exactly.
Okay, see, now I think you've said the most offensive thing, so I'm off the hook.
I thought they fixed that. What the hell is Nathan? Be quiet. We're working.
About 15-minute work. You have to get paid to work, right? Classified as working.
Does this work?
He's about 15 minutes behind.
I don't know.
And that's normal. So
It's fun
okay.
work. It's the kind of work you aspire to do on a full-time basis and get paid for doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
that's the key right there, and we get
Yeah,
paid
Yeah.
so
for it.
imagine.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to sit around and do this all day long and get paid for it.
Imagine 1,000 people tuning in and listening to this bullshit.
Well, we have 3
That would be
viewers
pretty
right
cool.
now.
Yeah, those
Hey!
1,000 people are listening to someone else's bullshit. They're not listening to ours.
No.
They're watching the Kardashians.
Yeah, right now 3 people are listening to our bullshit. And one of them's
I'm
Nate.
surprised we still have viewers after the whole Kardashian thing. That was ridiculous.
I think that's when
Why
we
did
picked them
do
all
that?
up. It like spread like wildfire.
Oh my God, the universe is true.
It's like flies on shit. Mention the Kardashian, and here come the viewers. We should have done that a lot sooner.
Just
What
so
do
you
we got
know,
going on, Tim?
Tweet him on the desktop did update, so we now have official legit.
Hi, Scott Hanselman.
Maybe he could
Well,
sponsor
Rand-
the show.
What completely random thing is Scott Hanselman tweeting about today?
Changing
What is that?
perspectives on your job. Will you renew your boss for another season? With his exceptionally long, oh my gosh, exceptionally long blog post titles. Changing perspectives on your job. Will you renew your blog? Renew your boss for another season is all .aspx. That's I love it.
Nice. Nice. And I'm pretty sure he's the one whose blog post inspired me to get a short coat. So
Direct that man to a URL shortener.
yeah,
He has
I think
one,
he needs
too.
to go back and read his blog post.
Man,
Wow.
that's like 140 characters in itself.
Not Twitter
There's
friendly.
got to be a browser out there that's going, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
That's opera.
There you go.
I want to get my hands on Spartan. I really want to use Spartan.
Did you
I
enable
am itching.
you can enable like part of the rendering engine.
Yeah, that caused all kinds of bullshit to happen, so I
Oh,
turned
I
that
must have
crap
missed
off.
that. Is that another reg hack?
About colon flags.
I'm pushing the power button to turn this thing on, and it's
Is
I'm-
it clicking? It sounds like it's clicking.
that's me pushing the button. I'm gonna throw this thing through the fucking window. Piss me off.
We should also get sponsored by an anger management clinic somewhere
I
in
think
Wisconsin.
Charlie Sheen should sponsor this.
Quickly. Things escalate fast.
That escalated quickly.
It does. Man, piss me off. There you go. Thank you for
Hey.
diverting the
What's
attention.
Since we talked about the Kardashians, I thought I'd round it out. And there was another pop culture news today. I didn't watch it. I just read the headline. Supposedly Justin Bieber recorded a video about being sorry for being a douchebag. So go find that, folks, if you want to watch something funny.
Is that the name of the song?
I don't
Good
think so.
look. I kind of like that.
Speaking of Google, that's about how I feel about Justin Bieber. So we don't
Nice.
need to be talking about that.
Nice.
Too much wax?
Do the clueless Dougal, the Dougal.
Dougal. Nice.
What?
Dougal.
Where the fuck did Dougal come from? The doofus Dougal, Google douche.
Go home, Robert. You're drunk.
Oh man, I'm having a bad
Tim
night.
is like floating at the Coliseum or some shit right now.
I went back to Venezuela or wherever you sent me. It's too
Yeah,
cold.
Caracas.
Caracas.
It was.
Pakistan.
I would believe it was Caracas, Pakistan. Yes, Caracas,
Yeah.
Pakistan.
It's a suburb of Karachi, actually. I looked it up.
Caracas. There is a Caracas.
No, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
Making shit up.
Kind of how I go through life.
Good Lord.
We're an hour in, guys.
Yeah, I think it's about
I
time to
think we may have set a new record.
shut this baby down. For a record for what?
Do
I don't know. It's the record.
we
What the
still
hell
have
is going
3
on with
viewers?
We have 2 viewers.
Okay, well,
I was gonna say, I thought we might have
that's 2 more than we ended the last show with.
Let's check out Tim.
This is when Tim moves around. It reminds me of not Adult Swim. Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
What?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Did you never watch that?
No, that's a
18
more
inches?
I was gonna say Tim is the Sea King.
It's a killer beard, yo.
It's about to unleash it on the
Oh,
Little
no,
Mermaid.
I like how it grows up onto the goggles.
There we go. If I remembered the SpongeBob theme, I would totally be busting that out right now, but I don't.
Nice. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Now he's blind.
Oh, that's great. All right.
Well, I think if nothing else, tonight we've proved that,
The internet is full of neat stuff.
yeah,
It is.
That's
Like
true,
this
true
show.
statement.
the show
Like
right
this
here is
show.
neat.
It's very neat.
It's neat.
It's
It's
Like a
really
martini.
neat.
There's a, you have to click the randomize button at the bottom of the effects window.
Oh.
I'll put you guys over
It's
here so I can
neat.
see the camera.
Tim, you look really neat.
What will they do next? Trying to
All
keep
right.
up, Google.
I'm sufficiently fascinated with the effects.
It just occurred to me that this show has the same adjectives, or possibly the same adjectives, as various martinis. I'll let that
Dirty?
percolate for a little bit there.
A
Dirty.
one?
Very good. Keep going. Keep going.
Dry.
There we go. That's what I'm getting at. And
Wet, What?
No,
Neat.
No. Neat. There it is. There it is. Well done. Well done.
Martinis are always neat.
Well, okay. Now you had to go be a connoisseur and shit.
I'm sorry. It's just like you don't put ice in a martini. It's always neat.
I don't even know what neat means when it pertains to
I
meat,
think Robert
so-
just told you.
It means no
Nobody knows what
ice.
it means.
Now I do, yes.
If you say I want my bourbon neat, straight up neat, means just the bourbon, no ice, nothing else.
Well, what does straight up serve in that phrase then? What's the
It means
purpose?
don't
of
mix it
straight
with
up?
anything.
Just the
Well,
bourbon.
isn't that what neat meant?
Just the bourbon. No, bourbon means no ice.
Bourbon
So what if I
means
say-
no ice.
And neat means no ice.
So if
Bourbon means don't ask Robert any difficult questions.
Yo,
these are important things.
I have been up a really long time today. I need to go to bed.
You get up the same time we all do.
Yeah.
What the hell? It's like 7:30 your time. What are you, 80?
I have been up since 4:45.
I've been up
Doesn't
since
matter.
a quarter.
I was up
after
at that. I was up
Every day.
then. I was up then.
We were all up at that time on the clock.
Well, fuck y'all. That's because you have kids.
Which
We're
doesn't
just
help your
complaining.
argument.
We have
No.
2 hours of time zone on you.
Well, that's true. You do have to. Exactly. What the fuck are you saying then?
But it was the same time. It's
No.
the same number of hours since then to now for all of us.
No, I don't believe that.
I'm
It was
pretty
the same
sure.
UTC time.
There is not enough room on this cross for everyone else but me. Get off my fucking cross.
Well, can
Get
we at
your
least
own.
carry it a little bit for you?
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow because he's got to go take a
should-
nap.
I have to go to bed. Damn it.
He's got to go put on his wool socks
It's
and
2
take a
hours.
nap.
It's only 7:30 there.
Do you know how long it takes me to get the cross into the bed? It's not
I'm
an easy
scared with that.
task.
How
I was
do
scared that
you
was going
and
for a
Esteban
second.
and the cross all fit into that bed?
Very careful.
Is it a California king?
It is a California king, actually. And, Esteban's flexible.
Dinks.
Esteban is very flexible. The cross isn't, but fortunately he can, wrap himself around the thing in just the right places.
Wow. Wow.
I'm
You
trying
said
to
that with a
remember-
straight face.
Very nice.
Well,
That's
you
neat.
asked.
That sounds really
Wow.
neat.
That's how I like my Esteban, straight up neat.
Fucking Nate.
Straight up, huh?
and dry.
Bend him over a
Oh,
little
man.
bit.
Not the one that said it. Not the one that
This is
said
totally after dark now. Oh my god. At this rate, it's not going to be sci-fi calling. It's going to be like the freaking Ecstasy Channel.
Playboy
calling.
channel.
it. Cinemax.
Skinamax is going to be calling. Jesus.
Oh, wow. That's not how you spell it, Nate. Good God.
He's not a Cinnabon.
He's not a Cinnabon.
At least I don't think he is. I'm just going. Just, you need to
Oh,
pronounce it more American. Esteban.
Esteban.
Esteban. I kind of like that. That's going to catch him.
Testy band. Testy's band. The ultimate in athletic support.
Oh.
Tim's reading How Not to Give Fucks right now.
Now,
He is so checked out.
everybody that has a band, raise your hand.
No, I found a.
And how many people for a split second thought band testicles? I wonder if I can get my heart rate or with my band wrapped around my testicles.
No.
I did not think that, but now
Now you're thinking it.
I might be thinking it. And I may or may not put it in the airing of grievances or daily affirmation for next episode. Stay tuned.
Well, it could always be a firmware update, right? Because
Yeah,
that's what they're going to do.
I think
Update that thing like the Dickens.
So help me
I see
God.
what you did there.
So help me God, Bobby, if I find out that there's a small amount of electric current being generated by said band,
All bets are off, right?
that will not be cool.
I think aren't there devices? I don't know if device is the right word, but items you can buy that serve that same purpose. Sort of a
Yes.
ring shape that you would wrap around there.
Yeah. Yes. They also make them in a phallic shape too.
So the
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, if we had any hope of getting Sarah from Track Runner on this show, it is fucking gone now.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. Wow, really? Nothing?
yeah, no,
Good
I got
grief.
nothing.
Well, I think
My
all of us
God.
are doing a mental inventory, trying to see if there's anything we could say that possibly wouldn't come off as somewhat offensive, even if we didn't intend it to be. And I think we all came up empty.
Yeah, I think we crossed a certain bridge.
You shamed us into not saying anything else because we were afraid that the next thing out of our mouth would be 20 times worse than the last thing.
But we don't have a good gauge on Sarah's sensibilities yet, so I don't know how easily she would be to offend.
I don't know. She seems pretty fun.
She does.
We weren't sure about you. It was, but then we
Yeah,
saw
we
a
weren't
couple
sure about
tweets
Andrew.
and it's like, get this guy in here.
What?
Yeah, this guy, he belongs. For sure.
When we sucked you into the group me.
Well,
He was begging to be sucked in.
And Tim's got some skin in the game now.
like he was just setting all this up for the last hour and 15 minutes.
Yelled at-
Bam!
yelled
He's
at
been
me
edging his
personally
comments?
this week, so I decided to hold back.
Been edging
Did you
his
say
comments
he's
for
been
the last
hedging
hour.
or edging?
I said edging.
Edging. Okay, I just wanted to make
I
sure.
did say it.
That's what you said.
It was funny because as Tim said that, you could see him realizing what he was about to say, and then it was, shit, it's out.
No, I realized that it was a matter of your reactions,
Okay, all right.
and we're still talking about it, so it became that big of a deal.
I actually we had a work function Tuesday night, and I was talking to the operations manager of my office before we went to the dinner portion where people started drinking, and I had said something. It was, well, I hope we were talking about what the topics of conversation was going to be that evening, and I said, for God's sake, I hope it's not anything about Tom Brady's balls, and I said that to her.
Nice.
And she laughed her ass off, and I was like, I like working with this person.
That's awesome. You made a couple tweets about deflating Tom Brady's balls too, did you not?
I did. You know, and what's odd about that is I hope I speak for most gay men when I say I would not lower myself to have anything to do with Mr. Brady's balls.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you have any self-respect, it is. But
Wow, we have really covered the gamut tonight, gentlemen.
we have.
Oh, then that's our Super Bowl coverage right there.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. We talked about the
It
Super Bowl
qualifies,
tonight.
right? It's like that dinner you go to that you need to talk about business for all of like 30 seconds in order to write it off.
There you go.
And one of my goals in the pre-show tweets is really to not mention something that we're actually going to talk about. I think that's a good, solid strategy.
I like
Yeah, we
the,
can.
I like to join us, won't you?
I think that's well said. That's well delivered, Tim.
Yeah, it's
So
I
what
can't-
were our stats for the? Oh, sorry, Tim.
no, yeah, I just can't get the right tone that you've got, but it's pretty solid.
What are our
Okay,
current
sure.
stats for the last episode?
Let's see. I'm looking now. Trying to remember where to look. That's right.
Fortunately, this is
Last week, video-wise, we have 29 views.
Oh wait, hold on. I should have done this. Oh no, that was the wrong one. Hold on, this one. There we go.
And that
Go
is
ahead.
29 views is the most since episode 2, which also had 29 views.
Really?
Episode 1 had 44.
Dang.
So we have not.
Heck no. That is not a bad thing. When you debut a show on a network or a cable, I mean, if you debuts big, if you still maintain at least half your audience or more, you're in good shape.
You see that Sci-Fi Network? He knows what's going on.
Half of nothing is still nothing. So.
Well, yeah, but still, it's still half of nothing.
Now the podcast numbers, those are looking pretty good. Those are trending up every week, which is encouraging.
That's pretty surprising because I don't listen to the audio podcast at all.
Well, good. That means
we
don't are reliable.
Really have to, because.
Well, right, but I'm just saying I always go back and watch the video, but I don't listen to the audio. So if the audio numbers are going up, they're probably not being skewed by us.
That's because you're a narcissist and you just want to see yourself.
Well, maybe.
I mean, that's why I do it. So.
Yeah, there we go. Admit it.
Oh yeah.
I only do it so I can hear if I sound too lispy.
Oh.
We would call you out on that if you did.
Or we would call you out on that.
I don't doubt that one bit.
Show. We might mock it. You know, it might even catch on. You should probably try and get that to catch on.
No, I don't think that's probably wise. I'd prefer. I kind of like to not be a walking, talking stereotype.
How about if the rest of us did the show in lispy gay voices, and you did the show in a super butch voice?
I think that would be something. Closer. Yeah, that's a little closer to reality anyway, right?
I gotta say, I'm totally game for something like that.
Never mind.
That doesn't even sound gay. That sounds like Wizard of Oz Munchkin.
Hey, well, hey, it works.
Hey.
I still remember the first time that I talked that after Bobby told me he was gay, he said, well, most people don't realize it because I don't talk like I have a purse about to fall out of my mouth.
Yes.
Did you take 2 steps back when he told you that? Were you in person?
I didn't. No, I don't think it was in person. I think it was in the group me room at the time.
No, you knew I was gay long before we were ever in the group me room.
Did I hit Bill?
Thought you did.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe it was a build, and then he told me. Maybe it was a build. Yeah.
I don't even remember if it was. I guess it was a build. I don't know.
No, wait. It was after build 2013. It was before build 2014, but build 2013 was when I first met you.
No. That usually comes up in a conversation when somebody, because I don't like walk around going, hi, I'm Robert, I'm gay. Hi, I'm Robert, I'm gay. Usually what ends up happening is somebody will go, hey, check out that girl with the tits. And I'm like, hey, check out the dude with that huge bulge. And that's usually how that conversation goes. But, I mean, that's usually how it happens is somebody says, hey, you married? How many kids you got? And you're like, yeah, none, and I suck dick.
That probably throws them right there.
That does kind of throw them for a loop. So
I can't imagine why.
I think I knew you were gay just from following you on Twitter, though.
Well, yeah, that would be kind of obvious.
Oh, okay.
I think you're more out than you used to be, though.
Lately, your tweets have been, yes.
Yeah.
Have they?
Yeah.
Like the last year. Fine.
Yep.
Because there's a while I followed you before this whole shenanigans thing, and I didn't know that, and then I don't know when, but it was definitely more open now.
Yeah, well, I've actually
2013. It's because
you were still Big Bobby.
He's probably still Big Bobby. If he's Big Bobby then,
yeah, well, now you can see Big Bobby.
Oh, God almighty, I stepped right into that one. Jesus.
Hey, I want to show everybody that's still watching. Hold on a second.
Whoa, hang on, hold on.
Turn it off.
Whoa.
Turn it off.
Get the producer app open just in case.
That's not what
Whoa.
That's not the picture I was talking.
There we go. There, that's better.
That's not the picture I was talking about. Y'all are so rude. I was going to show you the fat picture of me, like from the clothes.
I can't turn your camera back on.
Well, I have to do
Turned
that.
it off, but I couldn't turn it on. If I could turn it off, shouldn't I be able to turn it on?
Broken.
I don't know. What did
I
you
can-
give me?
Robert, center of your Hangout, up top, camera off icon. It's probably red.
Well, yeah, it says 25.4 Concast turned off my camera. You know who 25.4 Podcast is, right?
I don't know.
That's
Andrew. Yeah.
Damn right. Don't you forget it, bitches.
Mr. Producer. All right, let's see here. Robert.
Producer,
He has
director,
it in a he had it in
writer.
a folder called Robert Pre-Surgery.
He who?
Okay.
Esteban. Duh. How many he's you think? What do you think that is? Some kind of a gay bathhouse they run there?
There.
I don't know how these people work. Yep, that's the
God.
Bobby I met.
There's offensive comment number 2 from Brandon.
I got-
Holy fuck.
That
Yeah,
is
that's Bobby.
Wow,
that is
That's the Bobby I met.
May of 2013.
that's crazy.
That's the Bobby.
You look mean.
Well, you can't
like
even
a
see my
badass.
fucking eyes. Look at my eyes. You can't even tell I got any eyes.
He looks like a badass, doesn't he?
You got Nate eyes.
Well, what's kind of sucks about being all thin now is that I used to have my weight to kind of back me up. Like I could totally, like if Greg and I wrestled, and I do mean wrestled, not like wrestled.
Right.
I won because I had the strength and I had the weight. Well, I don't have the weight now, so he can pretty much throw me around and do whatever the hell he wants to.
I think
And you're totally fine with that.
Chris Hansen wants to weigh in on that last.
Wrestle is so freaking bad.
That was the perfect setup. I didn't even know I was doing
That was awesome. Well done. Well done, producer.
Why, thank you.
Very nice.
All right. I think I'm about ready to get to bed myself.
All right,
I
gents.
think we're beating this one to death. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Good show.
Still have one viewer hanging out, so thank you,
Nice.
Mr.
Good night,
Nice work,
Nate.
Nate.
or Mrs. Person
See ya,
of the
Nate.
internet. All right. Night, everybody.
Good night.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Ciao.